You can't outperform your identity. So, what does this mean? It means that if you're a person who's healthy, you're going to eat well and you're going to go to the gym. It's just like, I am healthy. So, you're going to do what healthy people do. When we say, I am successful in business, what are you going to do? You're going to show up online so that people can see you. You're going to talk about what you do. You're going to make the offers. So, what is the identity you're holding? And if you think, I don't know what identity I'm holding, well, just look at your current results because your current results are going to be a reflection of your inner world. So it really starts from the inside. So many people want to get outside strategy, outside help, but really, we know so much more than we're doing. And that's because we know it, but we're not doing it because of the identity. If you're not the person who shows up because your identity is maybe saying it's not safe to be seen, then that's going to be the identity work. And there's a lot that goes into identity. So it's like, what do you believe? What are the stories you've told yourself about your past? Are you telling yourself a story of victimhood, or are you telling yourself a story of empowerment? That instance, that trauma has made me so much stronger. And because that happened, I am on a mission to make sure this happens to nobody else. I'm going to show how I've overcome it. Or are you going to be a victim of the circumstance and kind of replay that in your head? So, what happens is we think about 90,000 thoughts every single day. And those thoughts are a lot of times based off of what we thought yesterday. It's just a programmed way of thinking, a way of believing. And not only that, most of these thoughts are proven to be negative thoughts. And so, this is what I've done to really help me to manifest a life that I love because I believe I can have a life I love. I believe that I was created by the one creator in love, out of love, made to create. And I know the desires are put on my heart for a reason. So I'm not feeling like this isn't possible because it wouldn't be given to me if it wasn't possible. I don't believe we have like a harsh God that wants us to suffer. It's like, oh, haha, you want that, you can't have it. Like, that's not how it is. It's like, no, like, this is part of your path. And, just in metaphysical terms, because you guys know I love metaphysics, there's all different realities happening at once. So Einstein said past, present, and future are all happening now. So like a big holographic moment, really, which is crazy to think about if you haven't really wrapped your head around this concept yet. But even Course in Miracles says, time, seems to be like very linear, but it all like happened and was corrected. And the Bible even says creation is finished. So this is a lot where I bring in my spirituality with the spiritual business coaching is I want to help people to see the power that they have within them, to know that they are loved beyond measure, because that is where you can be fearless. And not that you have no fear, because if we truly had no fear and we truly were just the knowing embodiment of love, like we would just transcend this physical body. But we're still here, so that means there's still work to do. So that's what I want to do. I want to help you to eliminate limiting beliefs that are holding you back from where you really want to be. And so, knowing the desires of our heart are put on our heart for a reason. So, if you have the desire to grow your business and to get your work into the hands of millions of people, to make that ripple effect, to wake people up, which is what I really want to be doing. And so, I know I need to play a bigger game. And fear is not real. Fear is an illusion. It's false evidence that you've put in your own head, that like worst case scenario thinking. But what if you were positive case thinking? Like, how good can it get? And like knowing every little step is getting you closer to where you want to be. And so that being said, into metaphysics, what I wanted to talk about is there's all these different realities happening at once, different realities, different dimensions, kind of like the Quantum Mania movie, like with Ant-Man, if you guys have seen that, for like Marvel movies. So what happens is like he goes into this quantum land, quantum mania, and then there's every single version of him. The person that, started off as a Baskin Robbins worker, that was his first job, but stayed there and became like a manager. And then there's the version of him who's the superhero. There's the version of him who stayed with this, partner. And so it's like that's what I believe can happen. So it's really fascinating. You guys might have even heard like manifesting a specific person. So I've like definitely done that before, and even like manifested an ex back. It's like because you merge with the timeline of you already there. So it's like, yeah, it's just fascinating because this is our world that we're living in, our universe. So it's like, what are you telling yourself? What are you believing? Do you feel worthy enough? So many people don't feel worthy of the success, and they wouldn't even phrase it in that way. Like, but it's like your actions are showing that you don't believe it's possible. And then internally, we have this really, instilled belief in us that like it's going to take a lot of work, that we need to prove ourselves, but there's no proving needed. It's just owning your truth, owning your power, stepping up to the plate and making it happen in whatever you're doing. I know a lot of the people that follow me are lady entrepreneurs in business, and so I'm a part of different communities, and they have the business, they have the certifications, and I'm right there with you. I've been certified in positive psychology, certified in life coaching. I have a book. Actually, I have two books. Becoming Dynamics, the first book I co-authored. I'm in the first chapter, and Lisa Nichols wrote the foreword. And I've studied so much. Like you see all these like books behind me. Like I love to study, but it's really about applied action. So I'm going to be putting together a challenge for us to get into action in the month of July. Less talk, more action, getting aligned with our intuition and letting it flow, being a vessel. Let's not make this difficult. Let's not take it so serious. Let's be lighthearted. Let's have some fun. Let's make some money. Let's impact some lives. Let's go.